Hello, you beautiful magical people. It's Vervain. Welcome to the Citrine Palace. We are in my bedroom right now, and I wanted to show you guys my vision boards, and one of them is here, and that's my older one, and then this is my more recent one here that's hanging a little more centrally. And I'm gonna flip the camera around and just like show you the boards and talk a little bit about what's on them. I thought it would be cool to go through some of the images I put on them and maybe talk about why I put them on there, and also maybe talk about what's manifested already and what's still manifesting. So here we go. First vision board that I made, and I want to say I made this one maybe 2 years ago, and it's actually really interesting. Some of the things that I put on here are not I'm also using it to store some earrings. Some of the things that I put on here, I just like resonated with the image, or like tigers are some of my spirit animals. And so for me, this was about like, I want to spend more time like taking journeys in the spirit realm and exploring other worlds, say going on shamanic journeys, that sort of thing. Which I have done some of that, though not as much as I would like to. I also just put them on here like to remind me that my guides are with me at all times, you know, and that's also why the bunny is here. The rabbit is one of my spirit animals, but also I wanted to manifest wildflowers. I happen to have a lot of wildflowers around where I'm living now, which is really wonderful. And I also happen to have a beautiful, beautiful rose bush at my home, which blooms beautifully, as you may have seen. Here we have prosperidad, or prosperity, from an old lucky notebook that a friend gave me. I do feel at least like I'm on track, and like I'm on track with my financial abundance, and like I have everything that I need. And yeah, I feel prosperous. I feel fortunate. Even if I'm not like infinitely wealthy, I feel fortunate, and so I would say this has manifested. So I filmed part 1 and part 2 all the way through, and then right at the end of part 2 of what's on my vision board, I was like, this should be a tag. Why is this not a tag? I need to make this a tag, because I want to know what's on your vision boards, and I want to know whether, like, what's on your vision boards has already manifested and what's still manifesting, and like, why did you put things on your vision board, and like, what was your intention, and how has that, like, did things manifest in the way that you intended? I want to know all these things, and I'm super happy to get to share these things with you. And like I said, I've already filmed both parts of mine, and these are the questions that I answered. I didn't go through them like blah 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 blah, but I definitely answered all of those questions as I went through my vision boards, and I would love to see you guys answer some of the same questions if you have vision boards and have been manifesting things and would like to talk about it. I want to hear about it. So if you do have one, please join this tag and do a video response. I think I'm just gonna make it hashtag what's on your vision board, unless that's for some reason already taken. But if it's already taken, then I'll just join that one, I guess. I love you guys, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying this video so far. And now I will leave you free to enjoy the rest of the video. Moonlight becomes you. I wanted to spend more time under the moon and spend more time relating with the moon, and I do think I absolutely do that. I just love Frida, and I loved this image of her that came out of some Austin magazine, I think, and then the body, mind, spirit here, just reminding me to stay balanced, which is a constant journey, a constant lesson. I'm not gonna say that like I'm there and balanced and that I'm like fully embodied in my sacred creative self, but I am gonna say that I'm stepping more and more into that every day, and that I feel good. I feel good about that. The dragon, this is really interesting because this is I put this on here before the tea house opened, And I'm just realizing this now, actually, so it's the Guanyin Tea House now, and
you can look into it if you want. But before it was called Guanyin Tea House, for a few months it went by a different name. And one of the words in the tea house's old name meant dragon. It meant precipitous dragon cave. And so I still associate the dragon with the tea house. And also the dragon is associated with Guanyin, and it's now Guanyin Tea House. And so I think that's really cool how that kind of like, I don't know what I was thinking when I put the dragon on here. And there's a couple things on here like that like I'm not sure what I was thinking when I put it on there, but it's really interesting to see how it has manifested. Dreamweaver, again, I wanted to spend more time under the moon, and I want to remember my dreams more. I did remember a dream just the other night, but I would say generally I still am not, I still don't really remember a whole lot of my dreams, but also I'm just not very good. I haven't actually put a lot of effort into that. So like, I wrote it here, but I haven't really done the work. And also, but I think I am weaving my dreams, or like creating my dreams into manifesting my dreams into reality. And by dreams here, I don't mean the kind that you have at night. I mean the kind you have in the daytime. How to be a good garden parent. I'm definitely not growing vegetables. Honestly, I'm not even like eating enough produce. I mostly just eat like my Starbucks markouts and food that Sean brings me. And thank goodness that Sean brings me food that sustains me and is good for me. But I need to be way better about like eating seasonal produce. That's something I really miss, actually. Since I stopped working at the farm and stopped working at the grocery store, I kind of just like don't go to the grocery store. And that's really a problem. And that's like an anxiety and a set of fears and anxieties that I have in myself that I need to deal with. Try deviating from routine this weekend. This was a fortune cookie fortune, and I'm so glad I put this on here. Seeing this here has inspired me so many times to like get up and do something, and not just on the weekends. Like I'll come over here, say on a day like today and be like, oh, hey, I should actually do something with my day today. Like I should actually leave the house, or I should actually make a video. And then stars here, I wanted to spend more time looking at the stars. I just wanted to travel and like see more beautiful landscapes and see more national parks. And I did get to go see the Great American Eclipse in Wyoming, like just outside of Yellowstone last summer. And so that's something that's manifested. And I got to go back to Colorado since I did this, and that was amazing. And we drove through New Mexico, and it's just, I've gotten to see a lot of really beautiful land, and Texas is really beautiful as well since I put this on my board. And that's been, also a way that I've been deviating from routine every now and then. And that's something that's like, it's scary for me, it's scary for me to go out and break my routine, because I feel like there's so much to do here at home, so much that has to be done. But I have to remember, like, this is part of the important stuff. And then beauty, I have actually been getting, and this is from the Frida picture as well. It was from the bottom of it. I put it over here. And that's her hands. I feel like I have actually been getting back more a little bit into beauty and doing my makeup and dressing up a little more. I really fell out of it once I got knee deep in the service industry, because I just found that so much of my energy was drained, and it's like you have to be in uniform for work, and then when I got off work I just wanted to be in like no clothes, and I just didn't care about wearing makeup if I was wearing a hairnet. And now I find actually at Starbucks, which this is really weird. This is the weirdest thing about my vision board, because I just put this on here because one of my old friends, Sam, who was Hagrid with me in the Harry Potter readings at Enchanted Cedar that we did all those years ago, he works at Starbucks, and he brought me a bag of Anniversary Blend right after I moved to Austin because of the mermaid on it. And he was like, I felt like you needed to have this bag of beans for the art, and so here it is. And I cut it out and I saved it, and I didn't do anything with it until I was making this vision board. And then I was just like, it's a mermaid. I'll put this mermaid on my vision board. And now I work at Starbucks, and it's actually really great. And I feel like it's a priestessing role, and it's part of my priestess path, and like part of my witchy path. And I feel like it's part of my potions training. And I feel like I feel like I serve the goddess as I make drinks and hand them out to people who require that for their medicine. Like that's what they need, and that's not my call, and I get to give it to them, and I get to hold the space for them to have that, and I get to smile and add that magic to their day. And it's crazy to me now. I never dreamed that I would work at Starbucks, and I certainly never dreamed that I would like it. The day that I went in for my job interview, I felt like I was selling out. But I walked into the door, and it was like everyone in there was cheerful, and it just felt really good. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I remembered hearing that they would pay for college, and I was like, maybe that's actually what I need. And then I had my interview, and the manager was nice, and it was just like, I was like, this wouldn't be so bad. And now I've been there almost a year, and I got to be partner of the quarter, which I'm going to put this on my next vision board because I just love what it says on here. This is like, also, like, look at this. I would never have, when I thought of Starbucks, I just thought of like corporate coffee syrup, like that. Those are the first 3 words that come to my mind when I think of Starbucks before I worked there. But this is what I do to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. We are performance driven through the lens of humanity. Like, I see that and I'm just like, yes, 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 more that. Controlled mayhem to dazzle and delight. Like, that's what I thrive in, that's the energy that I thrive in. Like, I want lots of stuff going on where, like, if you didn't know what was going on, you might think it was a circus, but actually, like, a lot goes into making a circus a circus. It's very carefully controlled. But yeah, controlled mayhem to dazzle and delight. This is from, like, a set of circus papers, scrapbooking things. So, like, as you can see also, like, these things are from all over. A lot of them are from magazines, but this was from a Starbucks thing. This was from a notebook. This was from scrapbook kit thing. This was from a business card. This was from, I have no idea what this was from. Yeah, I'm kind of still manifesting a car, not being too specific. I just put, but I'm not really working that hard on that manifestation. It's true, because I don't feel like I could handle having a car if I had one. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. I don't feel like I could handle having a car if I had one. Ooh, maybe I need to do some work on that. Gaze into the crystal ball. I guess that's like, I've been wanting to do more. Move your fucking jewelry, Vervain. Okay, we're just gonna move this out of the way. So yeah, okay, gaze into the crystal ball. I wanted more crystals in my life, which I've definitely manifested. Just, here we are. How many crystals can you spy with your little eye? My room is such a mess, but there, like 5, how many crystals was that within, I didn't even like have to move really. This is also like, I wanted to go to the Renaissance fair. Yeah, I wanted to do more costuming, and I wanted to just dress up in costume more, and I really like the Renaissance jewelry styles and costumes, and I don't know if I've even gone to a Renaissance fair yet, but I wanted to, and now I've been to a Renaissance fair. See, I'm having this memory of going to a Renaissance fair and then going to my friend's house, like, right afterwards. And also, that's the friend's house at which I made this vision board. Whoops. Fuck. Where did... No, we're just gonna stick this back in here. Ooh, okay. Yeah, how to be a good garden parent. I'm not really that, but I say hi to the roses, and I say goodbye to the roses, and I've talked to the roses, and I watched some videos today on how to prune roses, even though it's already it's already May, and I might learn how to prune roses still. It's not too late. Be yourself. No one is more qualified. I'm definitely living into that. That's something I've definitely lived into. Sunflowers. I definitely put this on here before. I just remember a wonderful day when a whole bunch of sunflowers showed up at Guanyin Tea House, and I ended up taking a bunch of pictures of Mariam with them, and then I ended up adding those into a painting. that I ended up selling for over $1,000. And that's really exciting. Seeing, I don't know, like that's not, you know, I just like sunflowers, but I would say sunflowers manifested in my life. That's what I think of when I see this for some reason now. Sing. I've definitely been singing more. You can watch so many of my music videos on YouTube. Not like music videos, but like videos with my music in them. And that's something that like, I don't know why it's taken me so long because I've been writing songs and singing for years. And I'm just so happy that I'm finally finding ways to share that with the world that work. And then here we've got butterflies, and I think I put most of the butterflies on this board for transformation. And here we've got the butterflies going through a portal, and just, you know, to remind me that I'm always becoming, and also to remind me to, you know, don't be afraid to explore new territory and go out and be, and like, don't, you know, spread your wings and don't be afraid to share and show your beauty and your magic, and don't be afraid to fly. I mean, maybe be afraid to like literally fly, like don't jump off of buildings or anything, but you know what I mean. And then, yeah, I feel like I've stepped through some portals since then. I feel like there's always gates of transformation that we're going through, and like rites of passage that we're going through, and also just like beautiful places with flowers. And that's something that I see depicted here. And I've gotten to go to a lot of beautiful places with flowers, and I've gotten to go through a lot of transformations, and I have experienced a lot of transformation and continue to experience a lot of transformation. We'll go with that. Love blooms here, absolutely. I would say my relationship has gotten nothing but better. My relationships have gotten nothing but better since I made this board. Oh, magic. That's what these letters all say. Of course, there has never been more magic in my life than there is now. Be your own boss. I was solely my own boss for about 6 months, and that was fun. That was a fun adventure in which I cried several times because I didn't think I would have rent. And sometimes I didn't have rent, and my partner was very, very generous in like being patient with me while I got it. And so I decided that being my own boss 100% was not for me just yet, and that I needed to figure out how to get my life together a little more, and that it would not be so bad to accept some help from the great Melusine to, you know, get myself on my feet and keep, and I've talked about this in my Barista Priestessing video, about how like, it's so worth it to me to do that priestessing work and to do that service work. Just, you know, 25 whatever hours a week, 25 to 32 hours a week, so that I can spend so that I have my rent and my bills taken care of, and I can spend the rest of my week being my own boss. And that's really, really a gift, and I really appreciate that. Virtuoso, again, this was about like, I wanted to perform more, and I feel like I've really allowed myself to blossom, and allowed myself to, I've put myself, oh my god, I've learned to play a tiny guitar. See, this is something like, I started playing the tiny guitar or the regular guitar like a year ago, and I don't even know what I was thinking when I put this on here. I certainly wasn't thinking I'm gonna learn to play the tiny guitar. And you know, that's not a tiny guitar. It's like a lute or something. I don't know. But now I play a tiny guitar, and so that's manifested. I have done more performing, even if it's just like I take my little ukulele to tea sits and play it, or I take it to the tea house and play it, or I take it to work and play it, or I play it on morning ritual, or I play it in little videos for you guys, or I play it for my friends when they come over. Like, I still play it for people, and that's something that I was trying to manifest, so I did it. I'm still, you know, I had already been, some of these things, like I'd already been to Japan, or to Morocco and ridden camels, or to Sequoia. Like, I've already been to these places before I made this vision board, and I'm still manifesting going back to these places. Oh yeah, and what does it say? The road, I think it says the road less traveled isn't always a road. I think that's what it says. And yeah, I stand by that. Oh yeah, here we've got the rest of the Frida picture, treasures, and now my treasures are hanging from where it says treasures. That's funny. Yeah, so I think that's, oh, here, this was about manifesting the sacred masculine. Absolutely, the men in my life have made leaps and bounds towards living into the sacred masculine and their version of that, and I could not be more grateful to witness that and to be present for that and for that to be a part of my life that I get to experience. Woo! Okay, that was that vision board. Now we go to this one. In fact, I might make this part 2. This will be a part 2 video. So come back, y'all, and see me in part 2. Woo! So that's pretty much the whole run through of this vision board. I hope that you got something out of that and enjoyed that. I'm glad that we got to keep that video kind of nice and short. You know, for one of my videos, under 40 minutes is considered short. Yeah, so if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Make sure that little alarm bell is turned on if you want to be notified when I post my next video, which will be part 2 of this, and we're gonna go into this other vision board over here and talk about, kind of go through it in the same way. Comment down below, let me know what you think, if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more videos like this. Do you want to see video of me making my next vision board? Would that be helpful for you? Just let me know, and I love to hear from you guys. So I'm gonna go film part 2 now with the other vision board, and I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me and for sharing in this magic with me today and always. I love you. Have a wonderful, magical day.